Hi friends, welcome to GATE Academy. In this session, I'm going to deal with structural analysis. In this session, before going into the structural analysis, I'll give an introduction towards GATE. Many people might be knowing what exactly is GATE and all the other stuff. For the people who are preparing for 2022 and 2023, I'm just giving a brief idea about GATE, what are the benefits of the GATE. That means first let's see what exactly is GATE, what is engineering services, why we have to go for those things, and what are the benefits out of those things, right? See, GATE every year, February 2nd Sunday we are going for GATE, okay? Every year, for civil engineers I'm talking about, every year second Sunday of February we will be dealing with GATE, okay? Now, why GATE? Exactly, why GATE? So, major benefits out of GATE exam is, first and foremost one is PSU jobs. First and foremost one is PSU job. You know, it's like a very old school type of jobs, like, you know, in every home they expect you to get the government job where you will be doing 8 hours of duty and get a decent salary, right? So that type of job is this, where you will be having 8 hours of duty and your paycheck will be from 60k to 80k. And generally for civil engineers, approximately 12 PSUs are there, like HPCL, IOCL, ONGC, you know, ONGC, and then Power Limited, and then NBCC, BARC, all those things. Fine. All these PSUs, generally BARC don't recruit from GATE, the other one, okay? All the PSUs will recruit through GATE. Fine. This is the first best thing. Whenever people are giving GATE, their main motive would be for going into the PSUs where they consider their life is settled. You know, 8 hours of job, whatever the 8 hours, like, you know, in IOCL if you are working sometimes 6 months onshore, 6 months offshore, wherever it is, whatever the shift it is, you will be working only for 8 hours over there, and then you will be taking decent amount of salary over there. So that is the thing. Fine, that is first foremost objective of GATE. The next one, if you ask me, the next one if I go, then it would be MTech. MTech in premier institutes like IITs and NITs. IITs and NITs. Generally we don't consider NITs, but if you are getting IITs, if you are doing your MTech from IITs, I'll not say there will be direct best benefit out of it, because after BTech, if you are getting 5 lakhs or 4 lakhs per annum, the same amount of package you will get in private jobs. In private jobs, they don't consider MTech as much better degree. Fine. But if you are thinking about teaching, if you are taking your field, you know, if your aim is like becoming an assistant professor in any of the premier institutes, then this will be one of the steps. The next step would be PhD, and then next step would be PD. If you do all those things, there is a possibility of you getting into, becoming a professor, you know, becoming an assistant professor in IITs. But the only thing is age criteria, you know, by 20 or 21 you will be completing your BTech, and for MTech you will be taking another 2 years, let us say 23, PhD would be another 5 years, 28, and then PD would be another 2 years or 1 year, let us say. So by 29 or 30 you will be like, you will be a doctor, and from that doctorate you can apply in any of the institutes. There is a possibility of getting jobs in IITs and NITs. There also, if you become a lecturer over there, you can get a salary of around 60 to 80k, and the life over there is also good, decent. You will be in the campus, and you know, every facilities will be provided to you over there. And if you want to become a researcher, to become a scientist, then this will be one of the helpful thing. Okay, just like MS in the US, MTechs will be in India. Fine. So this is your second benefit. And third benefit, if you ask me, for state public services. State public services. State services. How exactly GATE will be useful for state services? If you prepare for GATE, in state services there will be two things. First one is general knowledge paper and second one is technical. Fine. So if you are thorough with the gate, you can easily score better marks in the technical portion. I can say 100% of the marks you can score in technical if you are thorough with the gate, because all the gate portion will be repeated over here. Fine. And for general knowledge you have to use you can take any of the coaching or any materials or any magazines you can follow, and for technical gate will be very much useful. You can score 100% of the marks, so this will be helpful in your state services also. Fine. Now I can say this will give you an idea, like the subjects in the gate and engineering services. ESE is the engineering services. So the subjects in the gate for civil engineering, if you see the subjects in the gate or syllabus in the gate and engineering services will be same. Engineering services or civil services. In civil services also, in civil services like UPSC, you can take civil engineering as an optional paper. So if you are taking it as an optional paper, I will not say that by by reading for gate you can clear these things, but if you are thorough with those concepts, this will give you an idea. Same subjects will be repeated, only difference is here in gate there will be objective, and whereas in engineering services there will be conventional questions. In civil services also there will be conventional questions. Fine. So these are the benefits of the gate. If you ask me why gate, why I am why I am teaching, or why you are here for listening all this stuff, why the question arises, why because these are the benefits: PSUs, MTechs, state services, and then engineering services or UPSC, civil services. Fine. So all these things, major benefit. Generally whenever if you are giving gate, people idea would be between these two things, PSUs and MTechs. These are like indirect benefits. These are direct benefits, those are indirect benefits. Okay. Now if I see engineering services, I will not say civil services anyway people know. If you clear UPSC, it's UPSC not E. Okay. So if you clear engineering services or if you clear civil services, you will become collector. There are many things, collectors, SPs like IAS, IPS, IRS, Indian Revenue Services, and all those things. There are 12 that type of services. Those are benefits from civil services. And coming to engineering services, if you are writing engineering service examination, generally if I see benefits would be, this is the topmost job for any civil engineer. I mean, if you are in civil engineering field, then this is the topmost job for any civil engineering, and you will be working in different areas. Previously there was railways, but now railways is not there, so you will be working like PWD, CPWD, Central Public Works Department, Military Engineering Services. There will be border roads and NHA, National Highway Authority of India, border roads, National Highway Authority of India, and there are like this. It will be released after your mains. Things will be released to you. That means where the jobs are open, you can apply for it. Fine. So in your DAF, you can easily apply for it. These are the benefits out of engineering services. Like if you are going for these jobs, same, but see, salary will be same. Salary will be same as that of PSUs, but power and exposure is high. In PSUs, like if you are going for HPCL, your exposure will be only within that HPCL. Whereas here, if you are working in CPWD, if you are getting, initially you might be in Delhi, and generally you can transfer to South India, and after that you can go to Northeast. You don't know where you will be working, but wherever you are working, your exposure would be more. Challenges are more. The connectivity between the people are more, and you're in direct contact with the people. You can do wonders. like if you go and see the flyovers that is constructed, all those things, CPWD is working over there. Engineers like me are working over there. So your exposure will be really great in those type of areas, flyovers, bridges, like Central Water Commission, CWC. There also you can work, all those places. So exposure is more, your power is more, your stature would be more, on all those things. That is the major idea of engineering services, okay? And so these are the benefits of GATE and engineering services. Next, the next part would be, what will be there in the GATE? What will be there in the GATE? I told you, February, every second Sunday, you will be giving your GATE, right? So what exactly will be there in the GATE if I consider? Generally, GATE exam will be for 100 marks. GATE exam will be for 100 marks. Out of 100 marks, 15 marks is for your aptitude and English. 15 marks will be for your aptitude and English, and 12 to 13, sometimes 15, but I generally say we can take 12 to 15 marks, maximum 13 marks you can see for mathematics. For engineering mathematics, you will be having 12 to 15 marks. Next, for civil engineering, your core thing, if you are civil engineers, it will be for civil engineering. For mechanical engineers, it will be mechanical engineering. For other people, for other things, I am only worried about civil engineers. So for civil engineers, like 15, 15, 30, the rest 70 marks, or 70, or I can say 65 to, we can also say 70 marks. The rest of the marks, 70 to 73 marks, will be 70 to 73 marks will be for civil engineering core topics. The 100 marks is generally divided as 15 marks for this, 15 marks for mathematics, and 70 marks is for civil engineering. This is the idea. Okay. Now, in civil engineering, what are the subjects do you have? In civil engineering, generally, what are the subjects you have in civil engineering, if you ask me? I generally divide this into two papers as per engineering service point of view, but all the things will be there in both GATE and engineering services. So the first one would be strength of materials, or fine, I'll go with engineering mechanics here. Engineering mechanics. Second one is your strength of materials. Next one is your structural analysis, which I am going to deal. Okay. Next is RCC. Next one is steel. Engineering mechanics, strength of materials, structural analysis, RCC, steel, building materials, CPM PERT. These will be generally considered structures paper or first paper in your engineering services. From GATE point of view, I am giving the amount of marks for engineering mechanics would be 1 to 2 marks. Recently is included, so rarely you will be getting 1 marks out of it. And in strength of materials, if you see, this will be generally for 4 to 6 marks from GATE perspective I am giving, not from engineering service perspective. Fine. Now, for structural analysis also it would be 4 to 6 marks. For RCC also it would be 4 to 6 marks. For steel also it would be 4 to 6 marks. Building materials 1 to 2 marks. CPM part 1 to 2 marks. See, this is on based on average, like past 25 to 30 years basis. I am saying this. The marks can be more than this or less than this, but on an average this will be the range. This is from engineering services, GATE point of view. From engineering services point of view, just add a 0 everywhere, and you can say here it would be 60 to 80 marks. This one also it would be 60 to 80 marks, and this one will also be some 40 to 60 to 80 marks. This one would be some 40 to 60 marks, 10 to 20 marks, and this one would be 20 to 40 marks. Fine, we'll see the pattern. I have not discussed the pattern, but this is the range of marks. If you are going with the engineering services, this is the range in engineering services examination. This is the range in GATE. Okay, in GATE this is the range. In engineering services this is the range. Generally I will consider these subjects in the paper 1. Fine. And the next paper, if I go for next paper, paper 2, that is how I say generally. If I am taking paper 2, then the first one is fluid mechanics, hydraulic missions, and OCF. 3 things I am combining over here: fluid mechanics, hydraulic missions, and OCF. Generally from GATE point of view, collectively it would be from 6 to 8 marks. Collecting everything, it would be 6 to 8 marks, and then in engineering services it would be 60 to 80 marks. Fine. And next one would be geotechnical engineering, fluid mechanics, geotechnical engineering, which includes both soil mechanics and foundation engineering. Soil mechanics and foundation engineering is included over here. This carries major marks, 10 to 12 marks, and engineering services you can also see this as 80 to 100 marks. 80 to 100 marks. Fine. Next one is, that is geotechnical engineering. Next is environmental engineering. Environmental engineering. This will also be approximately same as that of geotechnical engineering, 10 to 12 marks. In engineering services also 80 to 100 marks. 10 to 12 marks, 80 to 100 marks. Environmental engineering. Next one is transportation engineering, which includes all highway, railways, and airport. Transportation engineering. Recently sometimes it increased, so you can take up to 6 to 8 marks or 6 marks, so it will be around 60 to 80 only. Okay. Next one is geomatics engineering, which generally you call it as surveying. Geomatics engineering, which will be around 4 to 6 marks. So this will be around 40 to 60. I am also going to deal with geomatics engineering. In this, whatever in a course of 2 to 3 months, I will be dealing with both structural analysis and geomatics engineering. Next one is, if this is geomatics engineering, next is water resource engineering. Water resources engineering, which is generally around 1 to 2 marks. In your engineering services it will be around 10 to 20 marks. Next one is water resource engineering. Next one is your hydrology. which will be generally around 2 to 4 marks in GATE, and in engineering services it would be somewhere around 20 to 40. I will say 20 to 40, but 20 marks is what you will be getting. These are the papers, and some engineering like ocean engineering, harbor engineering, deck engineering will also be seen, but very rarely questions are asked from it, 1 or 2 marks. That is also in your engineering services, not in GATE. From GATE perspective, these are the topics that is present. Fine. So in civil engineering, I told you 70 marks, right? Civil engineering in GATE, there it will be for 70 marks. In that 70 marks, these are the topics. Generally, this you will not be getting like paper 1 and paper 2. No, it's not like that. Collectively, everything like all this 3, 3, 6, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 3, 13, 14. 14 subjects will be there in the GATE collectively. In engineering services, it will be different. I will be discuss that. All the 14 subjects will be there in the GATE. Okay. So these are the weightages. It's not like, sir, I'll neglect this, I'll neglect that, or I'll neglect any subject. No, you can't neglect any single subject. Fine. You know what? Actually, I am giving you the crushed version. Whatever I am teaching in the class itself is a crushed version. But if you even reduce it, you are not going to score better ranks. You are getting it? For better ranks or for the best ranks, you have to be very clear and you have to cover each and every topic thoroughly. You should not leave any topic. Fine, you should not neglect any topic. Every class is important, every topic is important, so that you will score the better marks in the examination. Don't neglect any topic. Seeing the marks, don't neglect any topic. Every topic is important, every mark is important in GATE. Okay, so keep this in your mind. 15 marks is for aptitude and English, and 12 to 15 is for mathematics, and then 70 to 73 is for civil engineering. These are the topics that is covered in civil engineering. Fine. Now, if I see the pattern of the GATE, generally there will be multiple choice questions which carries negative marks. Multiple choice questions which carries negative marks. Okay. Next, fill in the blanks type of the question. Fill in the blanks type. Fill in the blanks type. So no negative marks for this. Till now they are taking 1/3 of marks is negative, and there is no negative for fill in the blanks type of questions. Next is recently they are saying from 2021 they are going to introduce MSQ multiple select questions, which will also be having no negative marks. Negative marks will not be there for this. No negative marks. Negative marks will be only for MCQs, multiple choice question, fill in the blanks question. There is no negative marks, and in MSQ also multiple select questions also there are no negative marks. Fine. So this is the idea. Now, well, whenever, and there will be and there will be 1 mark questions. There will be 1 mark questions, and there will also be 2 marks questions. 2 marks questions. In the examination, you will see both 1 mark questions and 2 marks questions, and there will be 65 questions. You will not see 100 questions, you will be seeing 65 questions for 100 marks. 65 questions for 100 marks. Fine. In that 65 questions, 10 10 questions is for apt and English. 10 questions is for apt and English, not R and. 10 questions is for apt and English. In that 10 questions, there will be 5 1-mark questions and 5 2-mark questions. 5 1-mark questions and 5 2-mark questions. Just sit, relax and watch. You don't have to note down all these things, okay? Just try to get into your mind like, okay, these are the things that is going to happen, okay? That's how you have to take it. Yeah, 10 questions, and then out of 65 questions, 10 questions is for apt and English, and next 55 questions is your mathematics and civil engineering. 55 questions will be maths and civil engineering. So out of this, 25 1-mark questions will be there. 25 1-mark questions will be there, and 30 2-mark questions will be there. 25 1-mark questions and 30 2-mark questions will be there. So 10 questions, 5 1-mark, 5 2-marks, 55 questions, 25 1-mark, 30 2-marks, and this will be civil engineering and mathematics. In civil engineering, there will be 14 subjects. All 14 subjects will be there in the civil engineering. So this is how it goes. The 2-mark questions, be very careful, okay? Generally what I prefer is, if it is MCQ, there is negative marks for it, so just don't bluff over there. If you don't know, leave that question, don't attempt that question. If it is fill in the blanks or MSQ, you can attempt that question. This is multiple select questions. That means for a question there will be 2 to 3 answers. It will not be a single answer question. Here it will be a single answer question, here also it will be a single answer question, but in multiple select questions there will be 2 to 3 answers. Fine. So be very careful while attempting. If it is a negative mark and if you don't know that question, leave that question, don't attempt that question. Be clear. Fine. So this is one thing, 10 questions, and this is 55 questions. Next, coming to the point, next would be number of sessions in the gate. Number of sessions in the gate. How many sessions will be there in the gate examination? If you ask me, there will be 2 sessions, forenoon and afternoon sessions. There will be 2 sessions, forenoon and afternoon sessions. You may get any one session. You don't know which session you are going to get till you get your hall ticket. So you may get any of the one session. So you will write only one session, either forenoon or afternoon. You will not write both the sessions. Both sessions will be having different question papers, and you will be writing only one session. And based on the marks, if you are coming to this, your rank will be displayed based on the normalized marks. Based on the normalized marks, a formula is given in your GATE website. You can go through that GATE website. Normalized marks will be done, and based on this, ranks will be given to you. Ranks will be given based on the normalized marks. Forenoon session and afternoon, any of one session you will be writing your exam. Okay. Forenoon session and afternoon session. See, normalized marks in the sense, if the topper in the forenoon session is, let us say, getting 95 out of 100 marks, and in afternoon session, let us say the topper, different guys, not the same guys, the topper is getting somewhere around 85 out of 100 marks. Top most ranks is, marks is something like this. Then the normalized marks for this guy will be somewhere around 90 out of 100. Normalized marks for this guy will be somewhere around 91 out of 100, somewhere around like this. Fine. So once if you normalize, this is how things goes, and this guy will be declared as the first rank. So based on, for you also, you will be writing any one session. You will not write both the sessions. You will be writing either forenoon and afternoon. After checking your marks, let us say you are getting somewhere around 65, 70. Your normalized marks depends whether your paper is tough or easy. If he is getting 95 means this paper is considered as easy. If he is getting 85 means this paper is considered as tough paper. Fine. So if you are getting 65 here, your marks will be increased. If you are getting 65 over here, your marks will be decreased. And finally, based on normalized marks, your ranks will be given. Simple, your ranks will be given based on normalized marks. Fine. So it's not in your hands which session you are going to get or how the paper would be. It's like, you know, comparative scale. If many people are feeling it tough, it will be tough. If you are feeling it is easy, it will be easy. Tough in the sense you will be seeing some new concept questions, 1 or 2 new concept questions or lengthy questions. Like, you know, it takes time for solving it. You got 3 hours of time, you don't have you know, much more period over there. If you are not able to solve in 3 hours, then it is considered as tough paper. That's it. Fine. So these are the things. Normalized marks will be there, and generally 65 questions or 100 marks you have to solve. You have to solve. What is the time period? 3 hours. 65 questions or 100 marks you have to solve in 3 hours. Fine. So generally what I prefer is first I'll go from first to last. You know, it is a computer based test. It's not like you're writing it by hand. This is CBT, center based test you'll be saying, but yeah, this test is done in computer based test. It is not done by hand. Fine. These are computer based test. In this test you'll be given 3 hours of window where you log in, and then first what I'll do is I'll go from first to last. I'll try to solve easy questions. Generally 50% of questions will be easy. So 50% of paper will be covered in first session. First session in the sense, first I'll do this. Next I'll come from last to first. I'll try to solve some moderate questions. 25% of paper will be completed, and in last I'll go from first to last, first question to last question. Like initially 1 to 65, 65 to 1, then once again 1 to 65. I'll try to solve all hard questions. So 25% will be completed. 100% of questions will be completed. You should not waste. If let us say you have opened a question and you feel like this is hard or it will take time, don't solve that question. Leave that question, go to next question, because you don't know, at end there might be easy questions. So initially you have to solve all the easy questions. Next come back, solve all the moderate questions, then finally solve all the tough questions. With this you can solve all the total paper thoroughly within 3 hours. Fine. Time is also important. 3 hours of time is very much important. This is computer based test. You are not going to bubble or anything. You will just mark it. You just click it, whichever the answer you feel is right. Or if you are not going to use any scientific calculators. Calculators will be given in the system only. So generally what I prefer is, whenever you are preparing for GATE, then use digital calculators from your cell phones. Download GATE calculator app. Whenever I am discussing in the class that they say I am discussing GATE problem, I'll say, because I'll be discussing both engineering services and GATE in this program. So whenever I say this is a GATE problem, you can use GATE calculator. If it is an engineering services problem, you can use scientific calculator, which you are using in your colleges. Fine. Yeah. So this is how it goes. First to last, last to first, and then first to last. Try to solve. This is my idea. Different people will be having different ideas. It's up to you. But try to complete total questions. Try to see each and every questions at least solve once. Fine. So this is how it goes. 65 questions and 100 marks. Now, if you ask me the preparation strategy, if let us say for 2022 people, 2021 February you will be giving, GATE will be completed, you are having 1 year of time. Ample amount of time is there with you guys, like 12 months of time. You can't waste this much amount of time. So it's, you know, whenever any preparation, whether it is for GATE or engineering services or for that sake any examination, preparation is like, you know, 1 year, 2 years preparation will be there. It's like playing a test match. This is not direct T20. Like, you know, T20s are like, you know, your university examinations, like one day before the examinations or one night batting you'll do, and then next day you'll go and then you'll crack the examination. People might get gold medals with that also. Fine. So it doesn't matter over there. Here, you know, actually in GATE, rank gold medals or other things doesn't matter. Some PSUs require, some PSUs in their notification will say they require more than 75% in your degree, I mean in your UG undergraduate or BE BTech, and some PSUs requires more than 65%. They will be given in their notification, and if it is less than, if your score is less than 65%, you are not fit for PSUs. Some PSUs will definitely say, like HPCL, IOCL, ONGC, they will say your score should be more than 75%. They don't expect you to be gold medals and all those things. They will say get more than 75%, get more than 65%. Less than 65%, some PSUs will not take, whereas in engineering services, in engineering service examination, degree is enough. Civil engineering degree is enough. Even though if you clear it by 35%, it's okay. Nobody is going to consider that. You just need to have a proper degree over there. Your degree of civil engineering certificate is required, and it's your hard work for 1 or 2 years will give you engineering services. And if you maintain 65 to 75% in the GATE, that would be helpful. Fine. And you know, it doesn't mean you should not give GATE. You can give GATE, whatever. If you have degree, you can give GATE, but in some PSUs they ask for this. Okay. And in, you know, if give GATE, do MTech and do other things. It's not that if your score is less than 65% that you are unfit for it. And still you have 1 year of time, so do well in your university examination so that you get 65 to 75 or more than 75 is school score. Okay, this is the idea. Engineering services and all those things. Yeah, so I am discussing like gold medals and all those things. It's not T20 matches, it's test cricket. Patience, hard work, dedication level, and your focus, determination. Like, you know, daily morning you'll wake up, you'll open your books, you'll study, or you'll open your videos, you'll go through the videos like daily, like okay, 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever the time period. It's actually the subject, whether you are able to complete the subject within the time or not. What are the many problems will be coming your way. You have to focus so that, you know, you have to solve those problems and keep on focused, keep on trying. Like, you know, for 1 year of thorough dedication, 1 year of thorough dedication will clear your engineering services as well as your GATE. Fine. Any exam for that sake. I told you there are many benefits out of it. Even you can clear your UPSC services. See, whenever you are starting preparation for something, automatically your mindset, your body language, everything will change. Like, you know, 1 year consistently, like, you know, what you might have enjoyed your college till now, like second year, third year, fine, first year, second year, third year, fine. From now, or let us say people who are taking long term also, like 1 year of time you are giving for GATE now. So open your eyes before opening your books or opening your videos or anything. First open your eyes, keep your mind clear and get focused. Your aim or goal should be fixed. Like, okay, my aim is that I'll prepare for engineering services, or my aim is to clear GATE, get into PSUs, or my aim is something else. Whatever. See, I'm not saying life is to get into GATE only. Life can be like, you know, MS, you know, that CAT, whatever it is. Okay, you can go in the managerial side also, you can do MS also, nothing. But first fix your mind. Okay, I have to do GATE. I am here for preparing for GATE. I am here for preparing for engineering services. I am here preparing for state services. So get your mind clear. Okay, like, you know, for 1 year, no, whoever disturbs you also don't get disturbed. Whoever disturbs you don't get disturbed. Try to do your work properly. Like, you know, every day you have to do constantly. Like, you know, recently just a day before in you know, in Sydney, our Indian players fought like anything. Even there are injuries, there are anything, their dedication level is to the next level. The same thing, you should also have that type of dedication level. This is test cricket. I am once again saying all these things are like test cricket. Determination, hard work and smart work is also important. By one day before the examination or 1 month before the examination, you can't do much. There might be one person who is very much talented, who might have cleared GATE in 1 month or 2 months, but all persons are not talented, so you should do hard work, right? You can take them as an example, but you have to see, if he is clearing in 1 month, somebody will be clearing that in 6 months, and somebody will take 1 year, and some people will take 2 years. Idea is, how's your mindset, where you are doing mistakes and where you are correcting it. You have to constantly correct it and change it. That is how things goes. 1 day before the examination or 1 month before the examination, you can't do anything. This is the idea. Fine. Now, I told you there are different subjects. 14 subjects. I mean, if you are asking me strategy, how this strategy should be for different subjects. Okay. If you ask me, generally how I'll try to teach is, I'll teach the concept. With that concept, you should clear both GATE and engineering services or any examination. The concept is not going to change, the syllabus is not going to change. Fine. So, idea is to learn the problems like both objective and conventional and all the other things. Fine. In GATE, the questions are objective questions only. If it is the GATE will be only objective. GATE will be only objective. And let us say, this is for GATE. Okay. Now, if I am going for engineering services also I will give you an idea. Clear idea. You should have clear idea of what you are doing and what are the subjects and what should be your preparation strategy and where you are doing your mistakes. Fine. In engineering services, first there will be prelims. In prelims, there will be two papers. First paper, not general knowledge exactly. There will be general knowledge, there will be maths, and there will be aptitude. Like that, there will be 12 subjects. There will be ICT, like there will be quality control, there will be ICT, there will be all the other things. I'll say general paper, which have 12 subjects. 12 subjects will be there for this. So this will be for 200 marks. 200 marks. This is objective. 200 marks objective. This is not computer based test. Engineering service examination is not computer based test. This will be like handwritten only. Handwritten. This will not be computer based test. This is handwritten. Okay. Prelims, it will be for objective. General, I'll say general paper will be for 12 subjects. In 12 subjects, there will be general knowledge, maths, aptitude, ICT, information and communication tools, quality control, ethics. Fine. And then this is economical management, like CPM part will also be repeated over there, and like that 12 subjects will be there. Machine engineering, drawing, fine, biodiversity, all the other things. So general paper will be for 200 marks, and then subjective, like civil engineering paper. Civil engineering paper, like all the 14 subjects will be there. All the 14 subjects will be there. This will be for 300 marks. This will be for 300 marks. Fine. General paper will be for 200 marks. Civil engineering, 14 subjects. All the 14 subjects will be for 300 marks. Once you clear prelims, you will be entering into mains. Once you clear prelims, you will be entering into mains. Mains is subjective. See here, negative marks are there. Always remember that. Negative marks. Negative objective, negative marks, 200 marks, 100 questions. 100 questions, each question is 2 marks, and here it would be 150 questions. 150 questions, each question 2 marks. 100 questions, each question 2 marks. 150 question, each question 2 marks. 150 into 2, 300. There will be negative marks. This will be one day, like morning you will be having general paper, afternoon you will be having civil engineering. Okay. Next one, mains. Mains would be subjective. Subjective. This will not be objective. You have to write. A question paper will be given to you. A booklet will be given to you. In that booklet, question will be given. Below the question there will be some space. In that space only you have to write your answer. Okay, like in university examinations, you'll keep on taking the additionals. You can't take that many additionals over here. You can't write stories. It has to be crisp and clear. Question in the below the question there will be a gap. In that gap only you have to write your answer. So your answer should be crisp and clear. We'll discuss how it should be like that. So in mains, subjective will be there. So in subjective there will be 2 papers. Paper 1 in the morning, which will be for 300 marks. Paper 2 in the evening. Both are civil engineering only. Civil engineering only, 300 marks. I told you this is 7 subjects: FM, geotechnical engineering, environmental engineering, transportation engineering, geomatics engineering, and then water resource engineering, hydrology. 7 subjects is in paper 2. These 7 subjects, like fluid mechanics, geotechnical paper is in a second 2, paper 2, and in paper 1 structural paper. Structural paper I told you. Engineering mechanics, strength of materials, structural analysis, RCC, steel, building materials, CPM part. Fine, 7 or 8 subjects over there. So this is paper 1, this is paper 2. Both the subjects. Fine. Now if you clear prelims, you will be getting into mains. Once if you get into mains, if you clear mains, then you will be having this personality test, PT. Personality test or interview, PT. Here it if you clear your mains, you have to fill your DAF, detailed application form. There you will be giving your choices, you will be giving your interest, hobbies, and why, all the other stuff. Based on your detailed application form, personality test will be done. Personality test is generally for 200 marks. Personality test is generally for 200 marks. They are not going to check your personality, like whether you are having 6-pack or 10-pack. They will check your mind. Personality means how is your mind, how is your behavior, because once you clear engineering services, you will be representing India in many places. So if you are representing India, you should be of that stature. See, you should feel like Virat Kohli is representing, is an Indian captain, right? So he is representing India, he is having that much huge thing on his shoulder. The same thing, if you are representing India in some other countries, as a civil engineer, you will be going over there. So you are the topmost engineer going over there. So if you are representing a country, you should be of that much sound mind. You should be able to talk properly, you should be able to communicate things properly, you should be of you should have detailed knowledge about each and everything. Fine. So that is checked in your personality test, how you are behaving under the pressure and all those things. So in personality test is generally for 200 marks. So collectively how many marks is there? 500 plus 600, 1100 plus 200, that is 1300 marks. 1300 marks. Fine. So 3 stages in your engineering services, which is handwritten. Here you are not going to type it or mark it in the computers, it is in handwritten. So prelims general paper will be for 200 marks, civil engineering is for 300 marks, and then mains paper 1 is for 300. Once if you clear prelims, you will be entering mains, and once if you clear mains, you will be entering into the personality test. Fine. If you score 65% of the marks, what is 65% of 1300? 13 5s, 65, 6, 13 6 are 6 3 is 18, 78 plus 6, 84, 13 5 65, so 84, 845. If you get 65% of marks, let us say 845 marks, you will get first rank. It's not like GATE. Here if you get 65% of marks, you will get your first rank in engineering services. Fine, in your engineering services, if you get 65% of marks of all the three things. So it's like you have to constantly, like you have to do constant hard work for 1 year, clear prelims, and then wait for another 3 to 4 months, clear mains, and another 3 to 4 months, clear personality test. It's, if your preparation is for 1 year, your exam will be for 1 year. So it's like a 2 years of period. In 2 years, you have to be very constant with your sound mind, with your positive attitude. You have to go till the end. And let us say in your first attempt, you are not able to do it. You should not lose your heart. You should prepare for 1 more year. If you are confident enough, prepare for 1 more year. Strive. Strive. It's like today is Rabindranath Tagore birthday. Like what he says is like rise and he keeps on say, stop not till your goal is reached, right? Rise and awake, stop not till your goal is reached, right? So you should be confident. You should be like hard work and determination always pays off. Fine. So if your preparation is for 1 year, or for engineering services, 1 year there will be examination. Fine. If you clear that, like the job will be of decent one, and your stature will be different. Your power will be different. Always keep that in your mind. So if you get 65% of marks, you will be having your first rank. And anyway, see, reservations are part of a system. So there will be different ranks for different people. For general category it will be different, for OBC it will be different, for SC STs it will be different. Fine. So we'll see how it varies. Now this is the idea, and if you get 65% of marks, you will be getting your first rank. So this is the idea of engineering services. And in GATE also I have discussed 65 questions, 100 marks. 65 questions and 100 marks, you will be having one session, and then any one session, forenoon or afternoon session. This will be completely objective computer based test. Fine. So these are the different patterns. Now coming to preparation strategy, how you should start your preparation. If you ask me how you should start preparation, generally I will give preparation strategy collectively for both. It's like you will take the concept, you will read all the concepts, and then you will keep on giving the examinations. You will start with engineering services, first it will come GATE, next engineering services, next state services, next anything. All the examinations you will give, whatever the jobs you will get, you get all the jobs, and finally the best job you will take and you will leave. It should not like, sir, I have prepared only for engineering services, I will write only engineering services. No, if you prepare for engineering services, you can write GATE also. If you can write GATE, you can write state services, because concept is same, subjects are same. Fine. So idea is, let us say if you are starting from January, or let us say now, if you are starting from now, any subjects. If you are starting with this, since I am taking you, I am starting from structural analysis. Different people will start with different topics. If let us say engineering mechanics, if you are starting with engineering mechanics, hardly 15 days. 15 days will be for your engineering mechanics, and like engineering mechanics, 15 days. So your idea is, you will come, you will sit in the class. If I am taking 2 hours of class daily, you will sit in 2 hours of class, or if the guy is taking 4 hours of class, sit over there for 4 hours of class, or 2 hours for this, 2 hours for this. The timetable is up to you, but you have to give a decent amount of time for it. 2 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, it's up to you. Fix a timetable like 15 days for this. So you should complete this topic in, let us say, 15 days. Fine. Completing means what? First, you'll whatever the guy is saying over that, you can follow it, but and it's up to you. Okay. Idea is, take the concept and prepare on your own way, or you can follow our ways also. We are saying from our own experience. Okay. So it's up to you. Like you'll open it, or you'll start preparing for it, 10 to 15 days for engineering mechanics if I say, class, revising that whatever it is said in the class, you will revise that in the night or morning, and then you will solve previous year's gate questions. This is what you do continuously for 15 days. Once this is completed, next you go for strength of materials. Generally 15 to 20 days people will complete, so I will give 20 days is more actually. 20 days. You can prepare 2 subjects at a time, or you can prepare 1 subject. It's up to you how you are managing things. Fine. So 20 days will be for this. Next 20 days will be for structural analysis. 20 to 30 days you can say. 20 to 30 days, it doesn't matter. 20 days. See, it all depends. If I am saying number of days, means something can go up to 2 months also, like 60 days also, daily 2 hours. So if daily 2 hours means 60 hours, generally I take 80 hours for structural analysis. So if that means it can extend like 30 to 40 days also. That means if I am taking 2 hours of class daily, it will be 40 days. If I am taking 3 hours of class, 30 days. 4 hours of class, 20 days is enough. That's how it varies. Like, but generally I am saying on an average 30 days you should complete this. Or this one also, if you are preparing 2 subjects at a time, it should be like 30 days. Okay, 30 days. Whenever you are preparing, idea is simple. Class, you will revise the notes, you will solve previous year's gate questions, you will solve previous year's IES questions. This is how the pattern goes. Class, revise previous year's gate questions, previous year's IES questions. Structural analysis. Next, go with RCC, will be for another 30 days. 1 month, 2 months of time will take. Okay, this one is also for another 30 days. And this generally it will be completed in 10 days. Building materials. CPM part will also be like you will be giving 10 days of time for it. So how many months? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 months I am giving for 4 subjects. 4 months. See how much amount of time I am giving. Like 4 hours, 2 hours, 2 to 4 hours per day. Okay. So this one 4. 4. Collectively, let us say 5 months you are giving for this, which is very huge actually. So collectively two subjects you can do in a single day. Okay, like morning 2 hours, afternoon 2 hours. If I am taking in the night 7 to 9, some people will be taking in 5 to 7, some people will be taking in the morning. Go through that, go through everything. Fine. So this is like 5 months of timetable. Something like this it will go. Fine. Next one, if I come to fluid mechanics and structural HM and OCF, generally I will take 30 days for this. Fluid mechanics, hydraulic missions and OCF, and geotechnical engineering 45 days. This is preparing for 2 to 4 hours per day, not more than that. In some place, sometimes I will take 8 hours, 10 hours in a day for a class. So that means all 5 days will be reduced over there. Okay. So that is the idea. So if, it goes something like 30 days, 45 days. Next, this one is also for 45 days. Environmental engineering, transportation engineering will also be for 30 days. Taking 2 subjects at a time. Fine, 2 hours for one subject, 2 hours for another subject. This is for 30 days, and let us say this is for geomatics engineering 20 days, and water resource engineering will be for some 10 days, and hydrology will also be for some 10 days. So approximately 1, 2, here it is 3 months, 5 months, and then 6 months. 6 months for this. So it's not like 6 months plus 5 months, 11 months. No, it's not exactly like that. 2 subjects in a time. Fine. Like if you are taking strength of materials, like I'll be dealing with structural analysis, geotechnical engineering, geomatics engineering, surveying, structural analysis, geomatics engineering, structural analysis, geomatics engineering. Like alternate devs I am dealing with this. So if I am dealing with structural analysis, some other person will be dealing with strength of materials. So go through his class also. Like daily, at least 2 subjects if you manage. One from paper 1, another from paper 2, daily 2 subjects if you are able to manage, then approximately if you start your preparation from this January, or let us say from today this January to next January, 12 months of time. So what I prefer is, if you are preparing for GATE or anything, first I am going with this. I mean, since I am going with directly civil engineering subjects, I am going with civil engineering subjects. In 3 months, whatever it is, before August or September, try to complete your syllabus. Complete your syllabus. See, since you are starting from January, I am saying like this. Some people will start from February, some people March, April, May, June. It's up to you. Till June also people will keep on starting it. If you are starting in June, make sure you will complete by October or November. Complete your syllabus. Like means thoroughly one time it should be completed. From GATE point of view. And from engineering service point of view also, if you complete like this, it's better. And after this, in your engineering services, if you are preparing for engineering services, then go for first paper. First paper, that is general paper, 12 subjects is there. I told you that, right? So general paper, that is first paper, where you will be having your mathematics, apt and English also. So first, what I prefer is to complete like this, and if there is mathematics and apt is coming in between, go with that also. Okay. So try to complete your syllabus by August or September. October, November, maximum October is okay with me. Maximum October, it's okay. Fine, October syllabus, including first paper, you should complete your syllabus. Mathematics, apt, English, and then whatever the ICT, engineering mechanics, drawing, ethics. If you are preparing for engineering services, complete that by October and November. Maximum it should be completed by October. Fine. See, previously it was, your prelims was in January for engineering services. Now it shifted to July. So your preparation should be like July to July. Anyway, we'll keep engineering services aside. Let us say I am preparing only for, we'll keep this only for GATE. If you're starting from now, if you're starting from January, by August or September you should complete your syllabus. On worst case scenario, if you are starting from June, try to complete by October. You have to complete your syllabus, mathematics, aptitude included, you have to complete your syllabus by October. Fine. Once you complete this, in between only we start our full syllabus test. So go through the online, take any of the tests and go for that test. Like continuously for strength of materials, full syllabus test, structural analysis, full syllabus test, and geotechnical engineering, full syllabus test. Note, give the test, analyze your performance. Analyzing means you will see within the given time you are able to solve all the questions or not. If you are doing any mistakes, note down that mistakes in a separate book. Okay, note down all the mistakes in a separate book and keep that book. That will be helpful in your revision. Okay. So don't worry if you are not scoring good, if you are not scoring bad. If you are scoring good, don't feel too much high. If you are scoring bad, don't feel too much low. It's a normal exam. Try to analyze your performance, see where you are doing mistakes, keep on rectifying your mistakes. Fine. You can't take rest till the time you clear your GATE. Remember. So all these things, like from October, by October you should complete your syllabus. Once your syllabus is completed by October, fine, your syllabus is completed by October, then November and December will be your revision. November and December will be your revision. So revision would be, once again you will see all the concepts, you will try to remember the concepts, you will solve previous year's GATE questions thoroughly, each and every question you solve, previous year's GATE questions, each and every topic, every question you solve each and every question thoroughly, and then you won't repeat, you will see your mistakes and you will keep on writing the exams, online exams, you will solve previous year's GATE questions, you will go through this syllabus completely, and then on exams. Online exams, January, like for this month, next year, you will be preparing, you will be giving your online exams. Any, like you will take one of the institutes, like you will take GATE Academy, and then in GATE Academy online test series you will be giving. So you will keep on practicing with this test series. online test series, online test series, online test series, analyze the performance. If at all there are mistakes, note down the mistakes thoroughly, and then keep it in a book, and at the end open that book and see all the mistakes that you have done, and don't repeat those mistakes in the examination. Fine. Till the end of the examination, like till the month of February, revise it, but don't start your preparation in October or August or September. I mean, in October, if you start your preparation in 3 months, it will be very difficult for an average student. If somebody who is talented, there are people who started their preparation in 1 month and they cleared GATE. They got better ranks in GATE. That is like talent. Like Rohit Sharma. He's a talented guy. And Dhoni is like a hard worker guy, and Virat Kohli is like the person who has both talent and hard work. So I expect people like have both talent and hard work. And Rohit Sharma also recently doing huge amount of hard work to improve his form. So if you are talented also, hard work should be there so that it pays off. It will give you a better rank. Fine. The same thing. So January and all those things online test, and February direct examination. Practice, practice, practice. Practice makes man perfect. So today is not Rabindranath Tagore's birthday, it's Swami Vivekananda. Sorry. That's what going in my mind from the starting. So yeah, that quote is given by Swami Vivekananda only. Next one is so this is how your preparation strategy would be for GATE. Take your own time, because if you are starting now, GATE 2022, 2023 students will be having 2 years of time. Like whatever they have repeated in 1 year, they have to do the same thing in the next year also. So more practice, more help. Fine. So and sometimes what I say is more huge amount of practice, does not give better results. So have a decent practice. Fine. Limited practice, and take care of your health properly, like 8 to 10 hours, or some days it should not be like some days I read 20 hours, then you fell ill and you take bed rest for 1 to 2 months. No, it should not go like that. It should be properly 8 to 10 hours, or 4 to 6 hours sometimes, and some days take break, no issues. Okay, so that you clear your mind, but consistently you have to perform. I told you this is a test match. Not every ball you are going for 6 or every ball you are going for 4s. Okay, you should play dots, many dots. If there is loose ball, go for 4 or 6, like that. Okay, so that's how things goes. This is for GATE point of view. In January test series, online test series, February exam. February exam, March or April rank, first rank. I like first ranks. So many first ranks are enough for me. A good actually. So idea is to get first rank, right? So if you get first rank, you can easily get into the PSUs. And generally, if you talk about GATE, PSUs, I'm giving it from general candidate perspective. Less than 200, rank less than 200 will give you better chances of getting into PSUs, and OBC rank less than somewhere around 400, you can try. You will get a call, interview call, and then you can try. And then SCs and STs, you can go up to 800. Sometimes people got 1000, very rare they have cleared this one. If you get rank less than 800, there is a possibility of getting into PSUs, 400 getting into PSUs, less than 200 getting into PSUs. MTechs and all those things, like if you are going for MTech, in IITs itself, rank less than 2000, rank less than 4000, and rank less than 8000 will give you, will open doors for MTech in IITs, any of the IIT, any of the branch I am saying. Okay. So this is the idea from GATE. So what I am saying is, if you are starting your preparation, by now I have given the number of days you have to prepare. By August or September, complete your syllabus. October, it's the max time. By now, you should complete all your syllabus and full syllabus tests also, and by November or December you should be in November and December 2 months will be for thorough revision of each and every subject, and January online test series, and in February you will be giving your examination. Simple. Fine. And in March and April ranks, and after that once you get the ranks based upon your ranks, your call letters, then for PSUs once you get the call letters, once again we will give you the interview guidance so that you can go and do better over there. Next, MTech. Fine. In before Corona time, it's from engineering services point of view, like prelims was in January and mains was in June end or July, and then personality test was in somewhere around September and October. Results was in November. Results was in November or December, something like that. But after Corona, like 2021, I think they are changing it to June, or like combined with the UPSC, they are going to go for it. This will be in October or November, something like that. So this will be in October or November, and this will be in Feb or March. This will be somewhere in April or May. Results will be in April or May. This might go something like this because till now it is not yet released. So idea is simple. If you ask me like this, okay, if you are starting now, let us say you got ample amount of time, not for 2021 but 2022, 1.5 year of time is there. So parallelly, if you complete your syllabus, let us say civil engineering syllabus, if you ask me, complete it by August or October is also fine with me. October, civil engineering syllabus, complete civil engineering syllabus by October, and then for first paper give a decent amount of time. You can take 2 to 3 months, you can take up to February also. For first paper, November, December, January, Feb, 4 months I have given for the first paper, which is very much high, but anyway you can give. So there is 12 subjects in this, and then March, April, go with revision. Don't think that, sir, in prelims there will be only objective, I will not read subjective. No, you have to do subjective questions, you have to do everything, like revision is for everything. Next, test in May, write down test series as offline test, everything is offline only. Make sure that you write offline test because engineering services is offline, so offline test. And finally June or July you will be having your exam. Prelims, once if you clear prelims, then go for mains. Mains also same, revision, subjective, previous year's questions, test series. So once June, July, August or September you will be getting your results. So on October or November you will be having mains. So before mains, practice every subject. Mains will be cleared, and once mains is cleared, next in Feb or March you will be having your personality test. Personality test guidance will be given. For personality test guidance, once mains is cleared, personality test guidance will be given. This should be, this time you having, if you are preparing for engineering services 2022, you have got next time up to next year June. If you are preparing for this year, you have got up to June. Fine. So this is the idea for engineering services: GATE, preparation strategy, models, and what are the marks, what is the pattern, what is the idea. Fine. So these are the different things. For everything hard work is required. If you are preparing, like let us say from just January, if you are preparing, next February you will be giving your GATE, next June you will be giving your engineering services prelims, next mains, next personality test. That's how things goes. So up to 2022, 2023, if you are preparing for 2023 engineering services, like I am 2022 engineering services, 2022 will be your prelims and mains, 23 will be your personality test, you will be getting job in 23. So that means it's 2 years of patience and hard work. 2 years you have to be constantly focusing on it. All the disturbances should be removed from your mind and from your surroundings. 2 years if you constantly focus, by 2023 you will be having an engineering services job, and GATE by 2022 you can get your GATE. Fine. So this is the idea how things goes. Something I just wanted to give an introduction for the people who are starting new from this year. Fine. Many people might be knowing these ideas and all this stuff. People who are giving GATE 2021, they might be knowing this, but all these things are for GATE 2022, GATE 2023 people. Fine. So this is the introduction to GATE and engineering services. Fine. What this session, or let us say for this period, I will be discussing structural analysis with you. Structural analysis. In structural analysis, if you consider structural analysis, if I consider structural analysis from GATE point of view, I have given 4 to 6 marks for this. From engineering services point of view, I have given 60 to 80 marks. More than 80 marks can also be expected from here. Fine. GATE point of view 4 to 6 marks, engineering services 60 to 80 marks. Okay. And I'll discuss, while discussing I'll say how engineering services main paper will be there. I'll discuss while discussing the concepts. Okay. Fine. So this is the weightage for structural analysis. Generally in structural analysis, I'll go with different the first topic would be determinacy and indeterminacy. Determinacy and indeterminacy. Static indeterminacy. In this I'll be discussing what is static indeterminacy, how to calculate static indeterminacy, external indeterminacy and internal, static indeterminacy, external and internal. Fine. Next one is kinematic indeterminacy or degrees of freedom. Kinematic indeterminacy, or I can also call this as degrees of freedom. Static indeterminacy, external and internal indeterminacy, kinematic indeterminacy, degrees of freedom will be discussed, and then stability of the structures. Next concept is stability of the structures. Whenever I say structures, I will be discussing trusses, beams, stability of the structures. I will be discussing trusses, beams and frames. Okay. So stability of the structures. This is your chapter 1. Chapter 1 would be determinacy, determinacy and indeterminacy, static indeterminacy, external and internal, kinematic indeterminacy will be degrees of freedom, and stability of the structures. This would be what I will be discussing majorly for different types of structures, trusses and beams and frames. Okay. Next, chapter 2 will be trusses. Chapter 2 will be trusses. Fine. Chapter 2 will be trusses. In trusses, what we'll be seeing, first of all, determinacy of trusses, which we would have already seen, but once again I'll give you an example. Determinacy or indeterminacy of trusses. Determinacy or indeterminacy of trusses. You might have already seen external indeterminacy, internal indeterminacy, and there is formulas like m minus of 2, j minus 3, number of members, number of joints, all those things. Next, you will be seeing methods of finding out forces forces in determinate trusses, forces in members of determinate trusses. The next topic would be forces in members of determinate trusses. Forces in member of determinate trusses, like what exactly is determinate truss? Like this will be a determinate truss. Different types of supports, hinge support, roller support. If you have idea, it's good. If you don't have idea, it's even more better, because you will be starting from now. Okay, so forces in member of trusses. In that I will be discussing method of joints, method of joints, and method of sections, all those things. Determinate trusses, so method of joints and then method of sections. Next one is displacement in the trusses, displacement in trusses, all those things. Generally if you see, this will be asked for 2 marks in your GATE, and this will be for 20 marks in your engineering services. And the first chapter, if at all they ask in the GATE, they'll ask for 1 to 2 marks. In engineering services also you will be asked for 2 to 4 marks. This is in GATE. 1 to 2 marks, 2 to 4 marks in your engineering services. This is how it goes. Like prelims, not exactly in conventional prelims. In 20 marks, if I am saying 20 marks, this will be the second, conventional paper, mains. Fine. So displacement in the trusses. Next, you can I'll be discussing with forces in members of indeterminate trusses. Forces in members of indeterminate trusses. Sir, what exactly is determinate truss, indeterminate truss? Everything we are going to discuss in a span of 1 to 2 months. Just naming it to say what I am going to discuss in this trusses. Next, forces in member of indeterminate trusses, determinate trusses. Next one is fine. Trusses I am going to discuss only up to here. Next would be your chapter 3. Chapter 3 would be ILDs, influence line diagrams. Influence line diagrams. Influence line diagrams. ILDs. So ILDs for forces in members of truss. What exactly is ILD, and how do you find for ILD for forces in members of truss, and ILD for reactions, ILD for reactions at supports, reactions at supports. Next, ILDs for shear force at any section, ILDs for bending moments at any section, ILD for bending moments at any section. What exactly is Muller-Brussels principle? What exactly is Muller-Brussels principle, and how you are going to find ILD for cantilever beam, for simply supported beam? What exactly is simply supported beam and cantilever beam? From the basics we are going to start. I am not starting thinking that you know strength of materials. I will be discussing every basic with you. Fine. All the basics will be discussed. Shear force at any section, bending moment. IL is for shear force and at any section. IL is for bending moment at any section. What exactly is IL is? How it is useful? Fine. And so this is what I will be discussing in your chapter 3 and chapter 4. Chapter 4 deals with your forces in indeterminate beams, and frames, indeterminate beams and frames. Here I'll be discussing moment distribution method, distribution method. What exactly is moment distribution method, what is carryover factor, what is relative stiffness, what is carryover moment, and what is fixed end moment, how you are going to find out the rotations, deflections, forces in the member of indeterminate beams and trusses. And I'll also be discussing slope deflection methods here. Slope deflection method, slope fixed end moments, like deflections, thetas. I'm not going to discuss Carney's method because it is not there in your syllabus, and Klepperen's theorem of three moments. I'll be giving a basic idea regarding that, but not going to discuss all those things. Fine. So whatever the idea is, I'm not going to get into a PhD degree or something like this. Here I am here to guide you to marks, nothing else, but I'll be giving a concept so that you can clear the examination, but not something into like in depth, like going into researches, different things. No, nothing like that. Keeping ourselves focused only on our aim. Our aim is to clear the GATE examination or get the better rank in the GATE examination. Okay. So this is one more thing. Next, if I am going with chapter 5 would be like your arches, cables and arches, like what is 2-hinged arch, what is 3-hinged arch, and how exactly cable works. Like cables are the members which will take axial forces only. It is not going to take any other thing. It will take tension only. It will also not take compression. And how exactly 3-hinged arch works, how exactly 2-hinged arch works, and how you are going to find temperatural stresses in it. Fine. All those things will be seen in arches and cables. Okay. Next one is chapter 6 will be your matrix method of analysis. In that matrix method of analysis, I will be discussing flexibility matrix. What exactly is flexibility matrix? What exactly is stiffness matrix? Stiffness matrix method, difference between these two things, and inverse of flexibility matrix is stiffness matrix. Properties of flexibility matrix, properties of stiffness matrix, all the properties will be discussed over here. Fine. So everything, like this is important from engineering services point of view. In ESE you will be getting 20 marks from here, and in GATE rarely asked from this part, and this one is also from engineering services point of view. This might be asked for 5 marks, 5 to 10 marks, and here also from engineering services point of view this might be asked for 10 marks. So, and finally some miscellaneous concepts. Chapter 7 will be your miscellaneous concepts. Miscellaneous concepts. Yeah, miscellaneous concepts. We will be discussing like some shortcut methods of analyzing of trusses or frames and all those things we will be discussing in this. So these are the chapters that I am going to discuss in your structural analysis, and how you are going to, what are the different types of GATE questions will be there, what are the different types of engineering services questions over there. Combinedly, thoroughly I will be discussing every concept in this. Both objective questions and subjective questions will be dealt over here. Previous year's GATE questions, and then some questions will be given to you as assignment, and some questions will be given to you as practice. Every answer you are going to practice it over here. Fine. So these are the different, why I am giving like different chapters, while revising it will be helpful. Like once if you complete all the things and you are going for revision, whenever you revise you have to open this determinacy and indeterminacy And let us say in static indeterminacy, what I have discussed, you should be like, okay, these are the formulas, how you are going to find out static indeterminacy in trusses, in beams, in frames. So automatically everything you should be able to remember. Next one is kinematic indeterminacy, like, okay, this is what we have discussed in the class, these are the problems, these are the concepts exactly. So and then stability of the structures, geometrical stability, statical stability, fine, all those things, external stability, internal stability, everything should be coming into your mind. Fine, this is completed. The next part would be, next I have discussed these things in the trusses, method of joints, method of sections, and then displacements, Castigliano's theorem 1, Castigliano's theorem 2. Castigliano's theorem 2, next one deflection, next indeterminate trusses, how you are going to find out forces and how you are going to find out the temperature stresses, everything I am going to discuss here only. And then in ILDs for forces in the members, for diagonal member how it would be, for top member, for bottom member, and then reactions at the supports and how the shear force diagrams will be done for ILDs of shear force diagrams, ILD of bending moment diagrams, everything, the concept should be clear for you. Okay, these are the concepts, this is what we have discussed, and this is how it goes. So it should be very clear, okay, I am confident in this. Next, you will go with moment distribution method, carryover factor, carryover moment, fixed end moments, and finally how we have found out this theta, this delta, and all those stuff, and then arches and cables. Fine, that one. Next one is matrix method of analysis, like in arches and cables, 2-inch arches, 3-inch arches. In cables, how tension is affecting the things. In 2-inch, 3-inch arches, how we have calculated horizontal reaction, how we have calculated the profile of the things. Fine, all those things. Next, flexibility matrix, stiffness matrix, and what are the properties of these two things, and how we are going to apply Maxwell's reciprocal theorem, and what is diagonal elements, and all those things. So finally your revision will also be completed. This is how you, whenever I say revision, means revision should be done like this. If you are not confident with any of the concept that you are not able to remember, open it and read it and see, okay, these are the problems we have done, and once again you will keep on solving those problems thoroughly. Simple and powerful. Okay, so this is how I'll take your journey for next 30 to 40 days. This is how our journey would be, from starting to the ending till the point of revision and clearing all your gate problems and the other things. Generally, books, if you ask me, Ramamrutam, structural analysis by Ramamrutam is enough for you from exam point of view. Okay, idea is simple for me, it's getting ranks, getting marks. PhD and all those things, after going into your MTech, go for it, but don't expect PhD types of things from me. Marks. Yeah, you can feel like, sir, in 3 Idiots movie we have watched, it's the concepts and all. Of course, know the concept and get the marks. I am not saying that you should mug up, because mugging up or will not give you marks over here. Understanding and application will give you marks, but what I am saying is, idea should be clear. You should not get carried away like I'll go too much deep into the things. No, you should be like, you should stop. Okay, this is up to which you are going to get the marks. You should, if you are going beyond this, keep that in your mind. Read whenever there is time for you. And once again, if you are going to ask for doubts, always you can post the doubts. Maximum I'll try to answer your doubts. If at all there will be a delay, there might be some delay, but definitely all doubts will be answered thoroughly. Okay, and don't get stuck. If you are having any doubts, post it, I'll answer it 1 or 2 days. Go to next concept. Whenever I'm answering it, we can discuss that. That's how things works. Not only here, in any subject. Don't get stuck at single thing. You should be like a flowing river. Continuously you should keep on flowing till the time you reach your destination. Same thing. So destination is C for the river. Your destination, I think, if you are listening to this class, your destination is GATE or engineering services. And if you ask me precisely, it is some PSUs or engineering services like CPWD, military engineering services, something like that. Job. If you are into the MTech also, that is well and good. But people should not like, my mother forced me, my father forced me to do this, I'll do this for their sake. No, don't do that. If you have guts, go to your parents and say that I don't like GATE, I want to do MS, or I want to do some film technology, or I want to do that, you want to go to business, you want to do CAT, you want to do MBA. Right now is the time to take a decision. But don't come here and say that GATE is not for me, then I'll go for non-technical, non-technical is not for me, I'll go for that, I'll go for this. Don't do those type of things, okay? Be very much clear, and once if you entered into the GATE, strive hard till the point you get GATE. Like, you know, either you should get the job or you should be like, fine, you should feel like I did my best. Even then I have not got the job, so that's the reason I am doing other things. You should be satisfied with that. So you should not feel like I have not done my best here, I have not done best anywhere, I am waste and all those sorts. No, don't give those type of thoughts, don't give those type of reasons. This is the time if you want to prepare. You even everyone have an age, like, you know, some PSUs they'll keep age up to 26 to 27, some PSUs up to 30, engineering services up to 30 you can write. So if you might be 20 or 21 by now, some people might be 19 also, you have got huge amount of ample amount of time. So work hard till the time you get, and always be on positive note. Don't be overconfident, but be on positive. Okay, I have done properly in this exam, this will help me out in the next exam. That's how. Till the time you get the job, don't celebrate. Once you get the job, then celebrate. Before that, be patient, keep on playing. Like, you know, test cricket 5 days, at the end of the 5th day, like yesterday they played till 5th day, and then once they have drawn, now they are enjoying, everyone is praising them. Same goes with you. Till the end of the examination, last minute of your examination, hold your nerves, be cautious, be confident, and then clear your examination, clear your concepts thoroughly. If I am doing mistakes, while taking the class, I might do mistakes, like I said Rabindranath Tagore instead of Swami Vivekananda, I will correct it. The same way goes with, if I am doing mistakes, I will correct it, but make sure that ask those doubts, sir, this is wrong, you have discussed this as wrong, so that I will also correct it. Okay, sometimes by tongue slip or something, if we might be thinking, or we might have given something, so we will correct it. Make sure that you will get the correct concepts, correct ideas, and then clear concepts. Fine. So today I am going to give only introduction. I thought of giving introduction. I thought of taking you into the journey of GATE, engineering services, job, you know, happy family life. After job, what will you do? You will get married and you will have a cool and decent life. Fine. So that is the ideas. So if you are having different ideas, like if you become an Einstein, it's not good, family wise, but you can be an Einstein. Researchers, all those things is very much expected. I'll be taking you only up to how to clear GATE engineering services. After that, you can enjoy. Same thing, if you get a job, remember, no pressures from your home. No pressures, no father pressures, no mother pressures, no girlfriends or boyfriends pressure, nothing will be there if you get a job. If you don't get a job, till the time you get a job, they'll keep on pressuring you. Fine. So be clear. If you are in college, take a proper decision. 3rd year, 4th year, take a proper decision. If you are in 3rd year, you still have got 2 years, so be cool. 4th year, take a decision and then get into the coaching. Clear the examination. 2nd year, you might feel like you can enjoy. It's up to you, because college life is also important. Enjoy. But if you ask me, the correct time is to start from your third year or 4th year. And some people after college, if you are studying, that is also better. No issues. Okay. So you should be like, okay, I have enjoyed my college. That's enough. I'll be preparing now. Prepare properly, get your job, and once again enjoy your life. That 1 or 2 years of preparation is important. Always remember, people might have said like after 10th you can enjoy, after 12th you can enjoy, after engineering you can enjoy. No, all these things are wrong. If you get a job by 21, 22 to before the time you get married, like 24, 25, 26 also is fine. That 3 to 4 years only you can enjoy. After marriages also, those are responsibilities. Okay, so that is a different type of things, but enjoy in the sense you will be having a pleasant time. So try to work hard to get that time. get a job, you will be good financially, you will be good everything. You can experiment with life in that 3 to 4 years, whatever. Let us say you can go for your travel, you can do your hobbies, everything. Once if you're financially good, you can do all the things, or once you can say you got a settled job, everything you can do. Okay. So all these things keep in your mind. If you are doing MTech, that is also well and good. Patient, MTech, PhD, PD, then you will be getting your degree. So not only a job, everything is life. I am not saying GATE is only life or engineering services is only life, but better life, one of the ways for better life is these examinations and hard work for 1 or 2 years. Fine. So with this, I am closing this session today. This is Karthik signing off. Bye.